Hello, YouTubers. Decided to do a review on The Batman by Matt Reeves. Now, concerning his film, this is what I really think of it. What I really enjoyed about the Batman, played by Robert Pattinson, from the very first scene of the opening, where they have the dark background of the city and him narrating and showing the murder of the mayor and by the hands of the Riddler, and of how Batman was going over how corrupt Gotham is and about how he's, you know, the shadows and trying to battle the criminal elements. And he calls himself Vengeance. I thought that was a really good start to a film of really cementing you in the universe of this version of a grimy Gotham. And then the rains, it reminded me of, and the rain coming down, it reminded me of the movie Seven and some other gritty crime thrillers of the past. What I loved was the fight scene between Batman and those thugs in the alley, or not the alley, excuse me, in the train station. I thought that was really good. The way there, that one face painted thug said, "Who the hell are you supposed to be?" And I guess he was running at him. Batman toward him with a machete, and Batman broke the guy's arm and just totally laid the guy down on the concrete. And just the way he fought reminded me, and the way he looked at the different criminals with a crazy stare reminded me a lot of the Batman from the comics, and also the way he moved reminded me of Christian Bale's Batman from both The Dark Knight and also Ben Affleck's Batman in the warehouse scene from Batman versus Superman. Of course, nothing will ever top that. But I really enjoyed just Robert Pattinson's characterization of Batman, where he played a very damaged and emotionally distant Bruce Wayne, and how he interacted with Alfred, and but his portrayal of Batman was superb. He was on spot, delivered mostly Batman 90% through the film. The fight scenes were chaotic but exciting. I love the car chase scene with Batman and his Batmobile after they left that warehouse area to chase down the Riddler, and how he slammed his car into Riddler's car and made it spin out of control. That was pretty cool. It rivaled a lot of the action scenes from other Batman films, and the chase scene was the most superb I've ever seen in a film. Still not as close to The Dark Knight as I wished it to be. I felt some points in the film, the movie could have been cut down, trimmed down just a little bit in terms of length, because it just, there were parts that did drag a bit. The parts where they were just walking around talking between Commissioner Gordon and Batman, the whole Rada Alada going over what the meaning of what the Riddler's notes were. I felt that was kind of forced humor and just kind of dragged down the film overall. Now, for outstanding performances, I absolutely loved Zoe Kravitz as Catwoman. She was sexy, she was smart, very highly intelligent. I enjoyed her chemistry with Robert Pattinson as Batman. They were great together. My favorite scene and humor in the film is where Batman was in Catwoman's apartment. She had a glass of milk in her hand with, her long claws as a cat, and then he looks down at the cats and he goes, "You got a lot of cats." And then she looks at him, and just with a blank expression, she says, "Well, I have a thing about bringing in strays." That just flat out made me laugh my ass off through the whole film, especially that particular scene. And I was like, okay, okay, I can get on with her as Catwoman. All right, she's a lot better than Anne Hathaway. I really loved her as Catwoman. She's up there with my favorite actresses like Gal Gadot. I love her as Wonder Woman, as I've said in previous videos. The humor, I really enjoyed it in that one scene. I have to give Colin Farrell his dues as the Penguin, or right now he's not the Penguin as of yet. He's Oswald Cobblepot. I liked where Batman's beating up all the criminals in that one, and where he first enters the nightclub, and then the criminals are like, "Hey, what are you doing here? You don't belong here." And Batman says, "I need to see the Penguin," and he's like, "You ain't getting in here." And he says, I don't want to have to get blood on that uniform. And then Batman said, "Mine or yours." And he beats the crap out of those criminals. And then he goes up the catwalk and he fights all of them, knocking them out and shit. And one of them kicks him. And then I guess one of them, Batman took a bat or something and started beating up all the other criminals. And then the guy had a gun on the bat and threw the bat and hit the cop in the head. And then one of them shot him with a shotgun. And he took out his gun from his wrist and went, and it went right through a guy's leg and brought him down like that. That was cool. And then Penguin shows up right behind Batman, and Batman turns around like ready to punch him. And he goes, "Whoa, take it easy, sweetheart. I must. You are what you say, ain't you?" That was cool. I love that line. That was one of my favorite scenes. And when Batman grabbed the penguin after a very lengthy interrogation scene, Batman slammed him against the glass. It brought echoes to me back to the Dark Knight between Heath Ledger and Batman's portrayal by Christian Bale as Batman. It was good. I really liked it. You could tell that Catwoman and Batman liked each other from that first scene when Catwoman came into the room and saw Batman. She's like looking at him, and he's looking at her. That was pretty cool. The romance was very believable. The Riddler. I have to talk about the Riddler, portrayed by Paul Dano. Holy goodness, he was awesome as the Riddler. He didn't play it like, well, even though I like Batman Forever, will always be my favorite Batman. I like Batman and Robin and the Dark Knight, the campy parts of it. But this guy blew that Riddler Jim Carrey out of the water. I mean, Paul Dano as the Riddler, he played a psycho. I mean, from the first scene when he killed the mayor and duct tape his face, and then from there he killed the police commissioner. It just made me think of the movie Saw, Jigsaw from the movie Saw. I mean, holy crap, this guy is gnarly. And then the way he placed all the car bombs and the cars surrounding the was it that barrier wall, the sea wall that kept the Sea of Gotham out of the outside of the city, and how he blew it up, and the way his face was like, yeah. I mean, this dude nailed it. I still couldn't figure out why he couldn't figure out that Bruce Wayne was Batman. He couldn't figure out that he was. I mean, he targeted Batman and targeting Bruce Wayne and Wayne Tower, and the bomb went off and almost killed Alfred. But I mean, and that was kind of unbelievable. Alfred had the bomb in his hand in the package mail, and he looks at and then miraculously survives with hardly any injuries. I'm calling bullshit on that, Matt Reeves. But overall, I really enjoyed the car chase scene. Batman's chemistry with Catwoman, the Riddler nailed it. Colin Farrell nailed it. I The only issue I have with the Batman was John Turturro as Carmine Falcone. I could not see him as Falcone. He every time I saw him on screen, I kept thinking flashes in my mind of Shia LaBeouf's Transformers and him as the FBI agent. He just doesn't have the charisma to be Carmine Falcone. I thought that an actor that would really have made a great mafia boss would have been, well, of course they'd have to get him into contract with a film, was Al Pacino. That is like my go-to movie when it comes to mobsters. He's such a terrific actor, even though he has nothing to do with the conversation of what we're talking about now. But The Batman was an outstanding film. I love the fight scenes, the action scenes. Uh, I felt that after the Riddler was captured, the whole assassination plot against the mayor and the inspiration of all these mass shooters, I thought it's like I just felt it was kind of too much of an add-on, that it kind of dragged the whole film toward the very end, and felt it was completely unnecessary in the plot. But all in all, The Batman is one of the greatest comic book movies of all time, and I'm going to go out on a limb and say it rivals The Dark Knight. Just the length of the film was just a tad bit too long for my taste, and some of the cinematography was a little too dark that you couldn't hardly see Batman in some scenes. But I mean, it's a masterpiece for what it is. We got the first true Batman detective story, and I have to give the Batman, Matt Reeves' Batman, a excellent A plus 10 out of 10, and it is up there with the Dark Knight, and that's all I can say about it. One of the best films ever made, and cannot wait to see the sequel whenever it comes out. But please, for the love of God, can we get somebody other than the Joker? I mean, Barry Cogan or whatever his name is, the guy who plays the Joker, he did an okay job in the deleted scenes, but let's save him for the third film, and let's have somebody like Mr. Freeze or Hush or all these other different Batman villains, Killer Croc, but do it properly this time. Or have just other characters. I mean, DC has a long laundry list of characters that they could pull from to put in these DC films, and hopefully maybe we'll get lucky and get a. That'll be awesome to get a crossover between the Joker and this Batman film. So anyway, I hope you all enjoy this review. Please like, share, and subscribe. Smash that like button, and click on the notification bell to be aware of future uploaded videos. And I will see you, moviegoers, soon. And stay safe, have fun at the movies, and have a God bless day.